It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Los Angeles Lakers at Staples Center. And for Los Angeles,
welcome, everyone, to the sold-out Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. It's the home of the Lakers, where we're broadcasting live today for 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. They'll play this one here in Los Angeles before the Lakers head back to the road. They've come out very strong. Their early season play has been excellent.
You know, for Los Angeles, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
They've been one of the great stories in the league this year, no doubt about it. Fans all over the league have gotten behind these guys.
Steve, obviously every team wants to start a season strong. How do coaches and players create a sense of urgency early in the season?
I think it happens in preseason. It happens in the training camp where you're looking and saying, we have to get off to a good start. And a lot of times coaches are looking at their schedules. The back half of the schedules can be very tough. A lot of road games or a lot of playoff teams. That's why at the beginning you want to get off to a great start. And you got to send that message to your team and let them know the reason why. And I think a lot of times that's when players respond.
Well said. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. And it's Prince outside at the 3 with Collins down at the power forward. Young is out there with Jeremy Lin. And it's Len in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants, keeps the ball moving.
Inside, stolen by Len. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Prince misses. Passes it to LeBron. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Poke loose. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. And a wide open look for Lin. From outside, off the mark. Here are the Lakers with the ball. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And look, it's always tough to win on the road. You've got to go in with the right mindset, and they did.
They were the aggressors that night, relentless in their approach, especially scoring the basketball.
The kick out to Young. Atlanta again missing.
You know, the offense has just looked out of sync. Only 1 of 5 from the field.
Stolen by Collins. And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That is his first foul of the game. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And it's blocked. And they get it back.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots. And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Only the first quarter. Guys are getting in a groove, but communication on the defense has to be better. Look at the Hawks and their history. For the most part, a very successful franchise. They've made the playoffs more often than not.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. The Hawks shooting their first free throw of the night, and that one falls for Collins. Here are the Lakers with the ball. LeBron outside. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Back to ball. To the middle. The kick out to LeBron. 5 to shoot. And he uses the glass on the layup. James has got 5 points so far.
Willing to do whatever it takes to win. LeBron sacrificed his body on a nightly basis.
And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way.
You look at that lead pass there. He just has such a great feel for the game.
Looking at the last game for the Atlanta Hawks, it was a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And the touch Young has from beyond the arc, he is almost unguardable from there.
To the inside, stolen by Len. Now, here is Young. 17 points in his last outing.
You know, a little off his game this quarter. Still trying to find a rhythm, though.
Rebounded by the Hawks. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
And in their 2 matchups last season, they came up empty both times. Not really too shocking when you see how they fared overall.
I'll tell you, LeBron with the ball inside feels like a foregone conclusion.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
And looking at Prince's game, you know, he could be the ultimate complementary player. A good shooter, doesn't need a ton of touches, solid enough on defense, and is showing signs of improvement.
And the Hawks making a change here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Alex Len. Anderson comes in for Collins. Carter, he's checked in for Taurean Prince. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Jeremy Lin. And he's able to get it back. James against Bazemore. James, the pass to Ball. Fires for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And with Prince, his versatility between forward spots also is an asset to the team.
And when I called Prince a complimentary player, I didn't mean it as a slight. It just plays with an approach and style that fits well with any team and any leading scorer. Players like him tend to have a long, productive career in our league. And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
McGee dishes to Beasley. He's looking for James and finds him.
And this is how you fire up your teammates. LeBron with a 10 on that one.
And that last replay, courtesy of the Under Armour Hover Havoc, unleashing a little bit of chaos. Here's Anderson, and the rejection by James. And here we go. Jumps up, and LeBron throws it down hard.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Do they start to coast, or do they go right for the juggler?
Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. Here's Bazemore. Over Hart. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be right back after this. You may not remember Vince Carter traded on draft night for his college teammate, Antoine Jamison.
So as I'm sitting back there, it's like there's been a trade, you know, Toronto Raptors. And
the 5th and 6th picks in the draft, both of them went on to great careers.
And draft day trades happen all the time, but being traded for your college teammate, a pick apart, that's pretty unique.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Protecting that rim early on, that's been a big factor for them tonight.
Well, you can erase a lot of defensive mistakes when you have shot blockers lurking in the background.
On the court for Atlanta, Anderson is out there with Dwayne Dedmon. Then there's Carter. Then there's Kent Bazemore. Herter, he's covered by Ball. Anderson a screen on Ball. Herter, and he jams it with authority.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
From past the arc, drops in the tray. Hart's got 5 points so far. A lot of statistics to try to devour. The plus-minus statistics are some that really stand out for fans and players. How useful you think a tool that is?
You know, I love it, Kevin, because then you get a chance to see the guys who, you know, the stats we look at is rebounds, points, assists, and blocks and steals. There are some guys that make an impact without having those numbers, and it goes by what the score is, and that plus-minus help those guys who I would say not as skillful as some of the guys as far as putting up stats that way, but you can see the team plays better when this guy is on the floor, no matter how many points he scores.
Did you pay attention to the plus-minus?
Kevin, I'm so old, they didn't have plus-minus.
I didn't mean to embarrass you there, Steve. I am so sorry. So for the Hawks, Lenz checked in for Dwayne Dedman. John Collins comes in for Anderson, and it's Jeremy Lin in for Vince Carter. Well, the NBA has had 3 referee crews for quite a while. Steve, do you think adding a 4th ref would help in any way?
No, I think it'll get a little bit crowded on the floor. I would love to see, I know they won't go back, I love the 2 referee situation. I look at it right now, referee A calls a call, referee B calls a call. It just feels like referee C has to make the next call or get up far as even with the other referees. I would love to see them go back to a 2 referee situation.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
You start to wonder, in my opinion, is it better to take everything to the rack now or to try at least draw some fouls?
And the Hawks making a change here. Prince is checked in.
A moment now to see the stats for Prince. How he performed last season. Came in about 14 points per, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Reads the play, quick reaction, almost comes up with that steal.
The Hawks trail by 14. Here's Lin. It's deflected. They recover it. Second chance shot. The shot's good.
Even with the defense all over him, Lin buries the J. Outstanding concentration on those kinds of shots.
James kicks the ball. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. 8 points for Lonzo Ball.
The execution on point. Just terrific timing on these passes.
You know what? Controlling the pace, being patient, great vision. We're seeing it all tonight.
Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Lakers second.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
Poke loose. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beasley. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Thursday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Friday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for the matchup with the Rockets, on paper, you'd expect them to come away with the win, but this might be one of those trap games where they let it get away from them if they aren't focused.
One-on-one here. Beasley, the pass to James. Stolen by Collins. Lin against Ball. Floats one up, and there's the nice layup by Lin. Lin's got 6 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
John Collins, the explosive big man from Wake Forest, was taken 19th overall in the 2017 draft. Showed a lot of promise, and if there was a redo of that draft, you can bet he'd go a little higher than that.
Atlanta making a switch here. Young's checked in. Stolen by Collins. In the corner, it's James. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played, and he gets the bucket. He's got 13. And with Collins, his confidence and role grew with each game his rookie season.
Well, you can see what he's capable of over the course of that first season. Explosive with the ball and going to the rim. Very active player, and the sky is the limit with him.
Stolen by Collins. Got a piece of it. Stolen by McGee. To the paint. But they recover it. Beasley dishes to LeBron. A second chance effort. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Lakers lead by 17.
Crazy to think about how many seasons LeBron's played and how many nights we've seen him do this.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Atlanta making some changes. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Alex Len. Justin Anderson comes in for Taurean Prince. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Jeremy Lin. Stolen by Ball. He lobs it up, and Ball slams it in.
And Ball is aggressive on the offensive end. He just knows how to get to his spots out on the floor.
The Hawks trail by 19. And Young kicks to Dedmon. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second foul. You don't want to pick up his third in this half. We'll see if they'll make a substitution or not.
Vince Carter, he's checked in for John Collins. The Hawks working the ball around. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. James, that's a two-pointer. Again, Los Angeles.
I like what he's given them tonight. Efficient offense that's helped fuel this lead.
The Hawks have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. The Hawks shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. And he knocks down the first one.
And the comparisons to Steph Curry, it's understandable. Young's shooting ability is off the charts.
And so Young nails them both. There's 21 seconds left in the first half. Ball against Young. McGee is screen on Young. And it's Beasley in the corner. James in the post. 3 seconds left. It's good. James has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And when James gets going, there's no stopping him. Just a dynamite scorer who feels he can get any shot he wants.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Lakers on top, running away with it. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He ended up with 19 points, 4 assists, and also 3 steals. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Come on, Ernie. What can you say about LeBron that hasn't already been said? The first half is just a microcosm of his old career. Everything he does on the basketball court. He shoots, he passes, he defends. It's getting boring. I'm tired of talking about him.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Hawks.
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
We begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. It's been a clinic out there by James.
And through the first 2 quarters, he was extremely aggressive, picked up a number of steals.
He did a nice job reading their plays as they were developing. His anticipation was off the charts.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Hart is out there with ball. Then there's Beasley. And it's LeBron James. And it's McGee in at the 5. And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That's his 3rd foul of the game. So many metrics out there right now, Steve. One of the big ones, scoring efficiency. Who comes to mind in that area?
Well, you look at the percentage. Kevin Durant, the amount of shots he takes, he shoots with a high percentage. Steph Curry, Kawhi Leonard, I think also Anthony Davis is up there, being able to score at different areas, not just dunking the basketball, being able to score at all 3 levels. Those are some of the guys that shoot a high percentage.
And the point differential tells the story. Their two-way play has been outstanding.
You know, it's a matter of effort plus talent. You need both to dominate this way.
And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Lynn. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Lynn's got 8 points.
And Lynn is just fearless, always looking to get as close to the bucket as he can.
And it's McGee with the jam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Atlanta calls timeout.
And look, you never want to see a team gut you this way. Really a good timeout.
Some of this is just a matter of toughness, a willingness to play physical inside, something we're not seeing.
And let's look at the numbers here for Brandon Ingram. A very nice season for him last year. He was around 16 points per last year, 5 rebounds and 4 assists. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Well, and we've seen defenses try to adjust, but he has the intelligence along with the talent, just finds new ways to beat them.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Some guys, they just know how to get away with it, and some don't.
Wants to get it to Beasley, and does. Hart the pass to Ingram. He kicks it to Beasley. And yes, it's good. Beasley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Great play calling. The execution, 3 for 3 to start the half.
The former Blue Devil, Brandon Ingram, was taken 2nd overall back in 2016, was deemed as untouchable by his front office as they rebuilt the roster. He's a big part of what the Lakers want to do over the next few years.
The Lakers on D. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Hart, defended by Young, and stolen by Prince. Knocked away. On its way from Young for 2, and the shot is long. And it was Magic Johnson, Greg, who said Ingram is untouchable. Also feels Ingram can be an elite scorer.
Yeah, I mean, Ingram certainly has the makeup and skills to be a first option on offense. And when he heard of how highly Magic thought of him, it made Ingram want to work even harder. You can certainly see the huge leaps he's made as a scorer since Magic kind of gave him that vote of confidence.
Kent Bazemore's checked in for Atlanta. The offensive rebound. McGee fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Len. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Here's Anderson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And so the ball's out of bounds. Ingram touched it last. Pass to Young.
A blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
And you have to have an appreciation for Ball's passing skills. I mean, he just sees the floor beautifully, easily working the ball over to open teammates.
And Young kicks to Dedmon. Screened by Young. Ball's knocked loose. Inside. And Dedmon throws it down.
And this is the value of letting the play develop. You find the weakness in the defense.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. Now an update on LeBron from David Aldridge. What'd you find out, David?
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from Los Angeles' head athletic trainer. He told me that in his opinion, the injury does not appear to be too serious. The season is still very young, but that is bad news to get at any point of the year. We'll see how the team responds without him, Kevin.
Well, thank you, David. Hopefully we'll see him very soon. Oh, boy, looks like he was injured there.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
I just hate seeing this, but no need to jump the gun. Let's see what it turns out to be.
And the Lakers making a change here. Rondo's checked in. Steve, when you look back at your career, which years do you remember playing your best brand of basketball?
You know, I think obviously when you're younger, you feel like you have more of an impact with your skill level to go along with your athleticism. I think my best run was about a 5 or 6 year run when I was playing with the Atlanta Hawks and the Portland Trail Blazers. Those two teams, I think I had my best run.
And when you're in catch-up mode, you can ill afford these kinds of errors.
I feel like they're getting ahead of themselves. Just need to rein it in. Focus on each individual possession.
And here is Los Angeles now. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Beasley the screen. McGee dishes to Rondo. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. To the middle. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Bazemore on the wing. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And Kent Bazemore came into this league being known as a defender, and that's still his calling card.
Bazemore has incredibly long arms that he bothers shooters with. Comes up with a good amount of steals as well. Well, fans were worried that Kent Bazemore was going to plateau after his big contract. Put those fears to rest last season. Pretty good numbers all around for the Old Dominion grad.
That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. 1:03 left in the third quarter. Here's Hart. Connects in the foul line jumper. Hart's got his third basket of the night.
And really the story of the half. One team shooting it lights out. The other, the lights are just out.
You know what? It's two competing philosophies. One team playing it close to the vest, the other fast and loose.
Throws it up high, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Knocked loose. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
Whoa, quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
Here's Anderson. There's JaVale McGee with the rebound. McGee's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Hart. And it's Rondo in the corner. 1 second left. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
You know, this is the discipline you need to play with. At this level, number of possessions matters.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Los Angeles has gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. And there's the pass to Hart. Kicks it to Beasley. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
I tell you what, his accuracy has been the story of this game.
And to do it in the fourth quarter, you're trying to extend the lead. He's making that happen.
They set the pick. Plumlee with the screen. 6 on the shot clock. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. When you look at today's NBA salaries, Steve, do you feel the responsibility to learn financial management falls mostly on the players, or should the league do even more to help them find out about what they're going to do with all this money?
You know, I think it's the responsibility of both. I think the Players Association, also the NBA, and I think organizations as well. I think you look at it, we're all involved to get a chance to help these youngsters. It's not easy for a 19-year-old, 20-year-old to become a millionaire overnight. That's just not something that you're used to, and handling that, it has been a problem for some players in the past.
They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Got a piece of it. McGee, the pass to Rondo. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Carter against Ingram. Carter right side. And it's the Lakers on the break. And slam dunk by Ingram.
And Ingram is just so long. I mean, he covers a ton of space and just so quick in transition.
The Hawks shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively. They set the screen. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Pulls it from the elbow, and he nails the jumper. Rondo with it. To the paint. Wants to get it to Beasley, and does. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
Here's Atlanta now. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Here's Dorsey. Misses the 3.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
This is why guys like playing with Rondo. They know he's going to get them high percentage shots.
When we look, Steve, at big stats like double-doubles, triple-doubles, Are we becoming too enamored with that versus how it might affect winning?
No, I think we're always going to have those double-doubles and triple-doubles. I just think right now when you look at it, so many more possessions in games. That's why we're having guys average a triple-double or having more double-doubles. But he also give those guys credit. The game and those players, they're just better right now, and they're more equipped to be versatile. But I do think we still got to keep the emphasis on winning. When a guy can get a triple-double in wins versus in losses or double-doubles or any kind of stats, I think that should be a category of his own.
He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Plumlee with the screen. They get a hand on it. Outside, Lynn. Steve, more and more we're seeing NBA players speak out on societal issues. Do you think it's gone too far in any way, or do you think it should go even farther?
No, I think a player should speak up. I think in all, all our 4 major sports, in any possible way, I think guys should get a chance to weigh in on what they feel individually. Freedom of speech, and I think our players is just like everybody else. You have freedom of speech. You should be allowed to speak up on issues.
The Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. 4 on the clock. Look at that shot!
Oh, my goodness.
How did that go in? Oh.
Can you believe it? Big time. Big time.
Lakers have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks.
Poor timing on that play causes the turnover.
Justin Anderson, he's checked in for Atlanta. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. .144 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And really, Lynn has a terrific feel for this offense. Just seems to know whenever one of his guys is open.
Rondo passes to Beasley.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Lakers.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Beasley.
You know, the story of this game was his offensive production. It didn't matter what the defense threw at him. He just found ways to counter and led his team.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Anderson, got a piece of it.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. His long reach really allowing him to collect a good number of block shots.
Beasley right side. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Ingram kicks to McGee, over Plumlee, and there's another one for the Lakers.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
Well, this is less about winning the game now and more about making a bold statement.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Down low and stolen by Prince. Herter. McGee with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. "15 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's the Lakers now. Beasley outside. Dives for it. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, what is your sense of how the team is playing at the moment?
We have a good thing going right now. We want to try to keep it going. And the best part about tonight's game was the defensive end. We defended and we shared the ball, and that's a good ingredient to a win.
It was working at both ends, LeBron. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Steve Smith.